Hi, I'm Spencer Dobson. This is Learning Curve. I'm going to be honest with you, the original plan was to put 2 humbuckers into my Billy Bo parts caster. See, I built this guitar a couple of years ago, and I will go into that process in another video, but I put in these Guitar Fetish fake filter on pickups, and I wasn't particularly happy with them. The output in them was really low. It was hard to get the amp to break up even with an overdrive pedal, and I just didn't feel like they were particularly good pickups. I took the filter-ons out. I put the humbuckers in, but there was a problem with the bridge humbucker through no fault of my own, believe it or not. I know that's hard to accept, but it's true. So I ended up having to put the bridge Filtertron, or is it Filteron? I'm not sure. I put it back in, only this time I knew more about wiring. This show's called Learning Curve. What did you think was going to happen? So having hooked it up correctly, now I have a very poppy, a very bright, and a loud enough pickup that I'm really happy with. So now this vlog isn't about me putting in 2 humbuckers, now it's about something else. This week, we're going to coil split a humbucker. I'm sure you already know this about pickups. There's a couple of kinds of pickups. The 2 major ones are single coils and double coils. Single coils were the first pickups. They're called single coil because they're 1 coil. They're great, they're bright, they're spanky, but they pick up a lot of like background noise and electric noise and something called 60 cycle hum, which can really cause you a lot of problems. Also, they're not as beefy as humbuckers. Now, a humbucker was invented to fight 60 cycle hum. They basically took 2 single coils and wired them together in opposite polarity so they cancel each other out so you don't get the hum in the background. And they're awesome. But sometimes you still want that single coil sound. So what you can do is split the coils so now your double coil will be a single coil and everybody's happy, right? Except sometimes they don't really sound like single coils, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, the point being, I've had these push-pull pots laying around forever, and I wanted something to do with them, and this is a project guitar, and this is a cool project, so let's dig in and do it. First thing we have to do is figure out how to split a humbucker. I like to start off by going online and watching videos that tell me how to do stuff, much like this one, only made by people that know more about the topic than I do. I will list several of them in the comment section below. They're all fantastic. Some of them are better than others. Next thing I do is look for schematics. I'm using a Gretsch wiring on this guitar, which is what's called a tone knob. There's another Gretsch wiring where you have a tone switch, but I've got a master volume, 2 volumes for each individual pickup, a tone control, an output jack obviously, and a selector switch. So basically here's the layout of this pickup. On this pickup, the green is the hot out or the north start. The red is the north finish. The white is the south start. The black is the south finish. The unshielded or gray is the ground. There's also a wire that runs to the guitar's ground, and there's a wire running to the switch. There's also one more wire that we're going to talk about later that came as a surprise to me and might be to you as well. In a second, I'm going to show you the right way to hook all this stuff up, and I'm not trying to bore you, but here are all the wrong ways you can hook this pickup up. I'm sure you could find more if you try. Okay, here's the right way to hook up a coil split. At least if it's not the right way, this is a right way. And to say the least, it's the way I did it that works. First and foremost, please note the direction of the pot. Which way is up, which way is down. I will be using the holes under the lugs as guidance because if you just go by lug 1, lug 2, and lug 3, it gets a little confusing. First thing we're going to do is ground the lug over the C1 hole. You're grounding it to the side of the pot like so. Next, we're going to solder the output wire. This is the wire that runs to the selector switch to the center lug. Now we're going to take the north start on a Guitar Maddness pickup. This is green. Check the schematic of your pickups. But we're going to take the north start pickup and solder to the lug directly above the 4 and C2 holes. Now we're going to take the red and the white, the north finish and the south finish. We're going to solder them together. If you were not doing a coil split, you would just tape these guys off. But we are doing a coil split, so we're going to solder them to C2. Now we're going to take the south finish, or on this pickup, the black wire, and we're going to solder to the unshielded wire and solder that to the ground. Finally, we're going to run a ground wire from the side of the pot to the output jack of the guitar. Okay, that should do it. That's all the wires. Let's see what happened. There's an important lesson here, and that is you have to watch the end of the video. On a how-to video, watch the whole video before you start, because otherwise you miss something really important. I didn't see it in any of the other schematics, and I didn't see it in any of the other videos, but I did see it in this video, and it's the thing that made everything work. Here's the thing that I didn't know. You have to run a wire from the 3 hole to the ground. And now we're good to go. At least we should be, except the solder isn't sticking to the side of the pot, and I don't know why. I've watched a million videos about how to prep a pot. You take sandpaper, you roughen up the surface, you tin your soldering iron, you tin your wire, you touch them together, you let it cool, now you have a connection. But for some reason, on this pot, it took 37 billion tries to do it. But then, it stuck. So now, let's see if it worked. Holy crap! There you have it. Now we have a coil split. It cuts the coils. I have a high output in the neck. I have a low output in the neck. I have a filteron in the bridge that's somewhere in between. I have a pretty decent range of tones. There is a video by a gentleman named Dylan Talks Tone, who explains this in great detail. Does it sound exactly like a single coil? Not even kind of. Is it cool? Totally. Will I use it? Absolutely. Should you do this? I don't know. Anytime you work on your guitar, you have to ask yourself, do I know what I'm doing? And if I don't know what I'm doing, is it going to be okay if I screw everything up? Can I go back to where I was before I started? Am I in over my head? Here's the bottom line. I didn't know how to do this, then I did it. Now I know how to do it, and I like it. Thank you for watching Learning Curve. If you do me a favor and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I will be having new content coming out on a regular basis. Please tell everyone you've ever met about this video, and have a great day. Thank you.